Noah,
Yes, Ryan.
I'm sad
Why are you sad?
because I just released my album and now I'm not making anything anymore and I'm sad about that.
Well, have you made content around the album coming out?
What do you mean?
Like, yeah, you're not working on the album anymore, but you can still promote it and it's out now, so you can do a lot with it because your work is done.
So are you saying now that I'm done working on the music part, the the it really my entire promotion just began? Is that what you're saying?
No,
I'm cured.
I'm I'm saying now that even though you don't have anything to work on or to obsess over when it comes to your creative passions, your timeline is at a point where now you can share all the hard work you've been putting out and putting into this project with the world.
Wow, tell me more.
Um, Sometimes.
Sometimes when mommy and daddy love each other very much. Well, there's our 30 minutes for today. Come back next week.
Another thing that can make creative and not really post-release, but just like artistic depression happen is expectations not being met. So whether it be with numbers once the project is released or during the process when you have expectations of what you want something to look like or something to sound like or a message to get across, and then reality hits and it's not that, you have to learn to chip away at those imperfections of what you made to make it as close as that initial expectation as possible, and that can help with some feelings of depression or self-doubt or just uncertainty. Double
Time with Double Vision and Noah and Ryan from Double Vision. Welcome back to Double Time, everybody. We're your hosts, Ryan Rain and Noah Strikes from the band Double Vision. We make music sometimes. Check us out on all platforms. And today we're going to be talking to you about post-release sadness and or depression and or how to circumvent any of those negative feelings you have after you release when you just want to be happy again.
I've personally been having a little bit of a spell this week. Feeling really anxious, like a little bit depressed, just sort of feeling like nothing's real, and just like what's the point of all this? Not in like a suicidal way or like a dangerous way, but just like what are we doing? What am I doing? And just sort of having like brain fog and just not really feeling all there. So I've done my research, and I think part of it is post-release depression. So this is basically some artists of all kind get this, not even music artists, just anyone who's creative about anything. When you put a lot of time and energy into a project that eventually ends up meaning a lot to you, and then you don't really have that thing to fixate on anymore or like worry about, it's kind of weird because you're just like, what now? Unless you have things lined up, which we don't right now. Not really, at least for the next couple months. But at least me, I'm just kind of like, I'm doing better now. But earlier this week, it was pretty bad. Part of it was just me being like, what now?
It can be hard to like have a clear vision of what you're doing, especially when you've been working on something for so long. Especially with something like Jelly that did take us, just about a year at this point. Like that was every day. That was everything. That was all in our minds. It was something we were constantly working on. We were never taking a break from it because we wanted it to be done. We wanted it to be as good as it could possibly be. So we put everything we had into it. So now that it's done, it's like, it really is like, what now? I'm doing a little better because I have things that I'm still working on that I have been working on. So it's like, I'm just continuing. I'm moving on to the next thing. But with Jelly, it's like, what am I supposed to be doing now? Like, we're not working on an 80s album anymore. It's weird. It's different. It's our first like real big release. The same thing happened with Mistletoe Love. We had that however long break, like 8 months, because we were just like exhausted. We didn't know what to do, and it was just a lot. So yeah, like if you're saying you're a little bit better now, we are, I think, better at jumping back from it this time around because we kind of, I mean, we did talk about it before. Like we need to expect this coming into it. Like after it was out, it would be like a big change and it would be a lot different. But it's still a thing that affects us.
Yeah, and I mean, I still like have like things I'm working on the side. Like I have the Adapt redo. I'm drumming 3-4 hours a day, getting ready for my Berkeley audition in 6 months. I haven't talked about that on camera at all, but I'm auditioning for Berkeley in Boston in January, like December, January. So I have to get really good at drumming. So I'm like, I still have things to like work on. I'm still, working out every day, like, eating right, cooking. I love cooking, but like creatively, my mind has been like really just like sort of scared. And it's weird because, well, there's a lot of points I want to cover, but it's weird because our numbers have never been better. We are in the green as in the green as we've ever been before.
We are doing really good numbers wise.
We just hit 250. Yeah, we just hit 250 monthly listeners. So thank you for that. We were like doubting ourselves that we would even get to 200 by the time the Jelly release month period was over, and now it's just going up every day.
Second day just hit 1,000, which is our first non-single to reach 1,000.
Yeah, non-single to hit 1,000. It'll probably hit 1,200 by tomorrow. It's at like 11. It's like a little bit low 1100s right now.
So it's getting like just under 100 a day, which I mean, let's be honest. In the real world, that means nothing. But like to us, when we would get like that much on a release, that's a lot.
That's a lot, and also we're doing little to no promotion. Like,
yeah, we're being really
like
stupid
generic,
right now.
Yeah,
we're still getting numbers.
We're doing the generic like Spotify music share to Instagram story posts, like a reel here and there. Like we are not promoting it basically at all. And thankfully, this is mostly due to the fact that one of our videos went viral on Instagram. It has 1.1 million views at the time of this recording. And I'm pretty sure that's the only reason we've been able to sort of ride this tale of us still having a break, but our numbers doing actually well. And I think that reel is slowly coming to an end. Not that our numbers have started to go down yet, but it's becoming less active on there. So we've been able to get a break, but not suffer the repercussions of a theoretical usual break. Yeah. And yeah, our numbers have been better than ever. Jelly just crossed 6,000 streams total. Our goal is 10K by the end of summer. So if you're seeing this, stream Jelly.
Yeah, stream Jelly anyway, but also because milestones are fun in our little minds. They make They make our brains happy.
Yeah, and it's just cool to see that actually people are like taking the time to listen to it and look it up and just enjoy it. And then we get comments and feedback, and everyone seems to love it so far. So we're very happy numbers wise. So thank you for all of that. But yeah, just creatively, it's for me at least, it's been just sort of like, what now? And I had a really dumb and obvious epiphany yesterday, but I was like, just because we don't have to work on it anymore doesn't mean we can't, or at least I can't make content around it as if it's still being worked on. Like I can still show like vocal production stuff of it. I can still present it as if it's a new record, which it is. It's a month old. Like in the grand scheme of things, it's still new. So while we may not be actively working on it, like we can still have it lingering in our minds and be presenting it and promoting it and talking about it.
Yeah, like that was something I was thinking about today. I don't know why, like kind of related, because you're saying it's only been public for a month. Like we need to keep that in mind because we have been working on it for a year now. Like I was thinking today, like it's been in my like shuffles when I'm on Spotify, and I'm like, damn, like I like this song, but like I'm just kind of over it. So I don't feel like I should promote it because I feel like people are over it. But I need to keep in mind, people have only heard this for a month. I've heard the instrumental turn into the mastered instrumental, turn into the demo vocals, turn into the real vocals, to the final song. Like I've seen every step of this process. I've been listening to this song for a year now. So it would make sense that I'm like just starting to like be over it and not think that it's like as important as it is. But we need to keep in mind that people aren't us. They haven't been listening to it as much as we have every single step of the process. They've only heard like the general public is luckier because they've only heard the best version of the song. I've heard the scrap
Right.
vocals. I've heard the demos that we were like, yeah, that's not gonna work. But like, no one else has, and they haven't been listening to it for that long. So
Exactly.
that's what I'm trying to keep in my mind. As in, I need to keep promoting this. I need to start
And-
promoting this.
Yeah. And even if they have been one of the OGs who have been like that first initial Second Date wave where it got like a couple thousand views, couple tens of thousands of views on Instagram back in like March when we first started like teasing Second Date. Like we've gotten multiple comments that have been like, I'm listening to this on repeat. This is my favorite song right now. People are actually liking it and going back to it, which is really like, it's new for us. So I think we're not really used to, I think we're used to like the one and done process
Yeah.
of people here. Like we work on it for however the hell long. We put it out. People are like, oh, okay, that was cool. That was better than the last one. That was all right. That was sucky. And then it's over. But at least for Second Date in particular, but Jelly as an album, people are going back to it, which was obviously the goal with this new album and our new work. But I don't think we're used to that yet. So we're like, God, this has been playing in our heads every day for a year. Like Ryan said, it's
I
not.
mean, I'll still listen
important.
to it when it comes on. I like Second Date.
No,
When it
yeah.
comes on, I'm like, oh shit, Second Date.
Yeah, no, yeah. I do that with all of Jelly. I love Jelly, but like I think you said it perfectly. Like in our minds, it's not as important to be pushing it, which we need to do better at.
Yeah, and like the thing is with promo, there's the two different methods, and I think that's one of the interesting thing that's happening with Second Date. Like, since we're new artists, we're always promoting with the mindset of we want to get as many new listeners as possible because they can become repeat listeners. So a lot of
Yeah.
the promotion we've been doing is for like, when you say it's like the one and done, it's like we try to get every single person we know to know about the song, and then they'll stream it once and that's it, and that's what we've been doing because there's the off chance that someone new will find it and like it. And I don't think we've been doing enough promotion for like the people that are already here that care about it, because with Second Date, like if you look at the numbers for like a lot of the stuff we do, like there's not that many individual listeners. It's a bunch of people that keep going back to it.
Yeah,
Nothing that's
like during these,
interesting.
during these times of like peaks and slight up and downs, but still a gradual incline. We only have like 30 to 40 listeners a day, but we're getting like 100 to 150 streams. So that's like 4 to 5 streams per listener, and that's just on Second Date. So, like you said, we can see that people are going back to it. It's simple math. It'd be different if we had like 80 or 90 new listeners and only 100 to 110 new streams. That'd be worse. I think that'd be more one and done.
Honestly, I think it's more of a testament to we know we're bad at promotion. That's why we're not getting new
Yeah.
listeners. But I think it's a better testament to our music being good because the people who do hear it come back to hear it again.
Yeah. And just, I mean, we really got lucky with that reel going viral because people have been actively searching for it and, clicking the link in our bio and going to our profile and following us. We've gotten like 100 new followers, which isn't great, obviously, for a 1 million view video, but reels is weird, but that's besides the point. But regardless, like, we've gotten people hooked with that video. I don't know how, and I don't know why, but I'm really glad we did.
Of all videos, but hey, it worked.
Yeah, it's literally me in this room with Laura, listening to Second Date, just eating a burrito, and it's like a 2-second clip, which might be the reason why it's getting so many views and like why it got pushed like that. But either way, like, people are going to our music, which is cool to see and new. So I think it's a mix of we don't know how to handle it, and it's our first important, meaningful release. So I think it's a lot of weight on us once it's finally out there, and we're like, what do we do now? Also, we don't have any guidance. Like, we don't have any experienced artists really, like, in our circle who are like, oh, this is how to handle this, and this is what to do after a release. Like, this is a first for everyone in the group.
Yeah, it's like we've never released like a real album. We don't really know like real promotion, if real promotion is something that exists. All these people are like, my manager won't let me release this song until it has a billion.
That's not
whatever.
everything.
Like, yeah, like
It's stupid.
this is a first. We're learning now so we are hopefully better in the future. Like, we don't know how to do these things. We just have to experience them.
Yeah.
And somehow we're getting lucky with this, with Second Date and that reel, but, like, we don't know what we're doing. I think that's an important clarification to make right now.
Yeah.
And if you are an artist out there who doesn't know what you're doing, that's okay, because I don't think a lot of people do, especially when you're a smaller artist and you don't have, like, a label and you're not one of the, you know, big ones.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, welcome to the club. And I think that's
why we're
one of the
here.
reasons. Yeah, because we don't know what we're doing either, but we're just giving you our insights. Personally, me being a content creator for 7 years, it's nice to see numbers go up. As someone who has just started getting a little bit of traction this year, my 7th year of making stuff publicly, it's nice to see numbers go up. It's nice to see charts go up. It's nice to see people commenting and leaving feedback and being excited about your art. So yeah, it does make us happy, and we do appreciate the numbers. But regardless, and this is just, we don't even have to prove. We already have proved we don't do this for the numbers. So yeah, it's a first for everything, and you know, it's just a learning experience, I think.
When it comes to music promotion, I think it's really important to go into it with the mindset of, this is going to a new audience that will find my music for the first time. Because the thing is, if your music is good, and that's the base you have to start, you have to make good music anyway, or good art, whatever you're doing, whatever you're trying to promote, it has to be good first, because when you get the new listeners, they'll come back for more anyway. If you're making promotion for an audience that's already there, they're already there. They will already listen to you anyway. You need to be making promotion for a new audience so they can find your content, enjoy it, and then come back anyway.
Yeah. And luckily, the way the TikTok algorithm works, I've said this before, every time you post, it's to a new audience. So you can never post too much. Yes, you'll show up in your current followers' following feed, but when it comes to the For You page, you will rarely you'll get like maybe 2 out of, say, 5 videos, not even that, 2 out of 20 videos. If you post 20 videos in a day, at least in my experience, I'd only think 2 or 3 of those videos would show up on For You pages of people who aren't already following you. And they have to be very niched videos for them to show up on that same person's For You page 2 or 3 times. I mean, obviously TikTok is flooded with content. 1 or 2 of those 20 videos you post are hitting new people's For You pages every time. So it's literally an exponential way to grow. It's just post. Post as much as you can with the mindset of, this is for new people, because it is.
And if you're worried about, like, oversaturating the followers you already have, one, they're following you for a reason. They want to see the content. But also, like, I'm following Double Vision on another account just to, like, track how it works. And even when I'm in my following, I'm only seeing a couple of the videos that we post, like, in my own following. So you won't, like, ever oversaturate your followers with content. So you might as well just put out as much as possible. Obviously good content, but as much as possible.
Yeah. And like, even if you're still worried about oversaturating or whatever, if you're on like Instagram or something, would you rather not have enough content for people to consume? Because at least for me, when I find a new artist or a new graphic designer or a new YouTuber, anyone that I'm like really hooked by, I always binge their content. Like, I'll go to their profile, I'll just video after video, because it's rare, but that first video I saw from them hooked me for one reason or another, and I become almost like obsessed with them for a short period of time, just in the moment. But I'm like, is there more of this type of content? Is there more of this person's personality? And I will literally binge everything. So would you rather present that opportunity for yourself for new followers that may get hooked by you, or would you rather they go to your page and it's like sort of a graveyard of content that doesn't really pertain to what they initially saw from you?
Here's the thing. We're not recommending you shitpost. Obviously, we're not recommending that. But if we were worried so much about every video being perfect, the Instagram reel wouldn't have happened, because that video was a spur of the moment, 2 seconds, I'm eating a burrito, listen to my song. And that's the one that blew up. If you look at the same video on TikTok, that's like our worst performing video in the last 3 months.
Yeah, it has like 200
it is all
views.
So up to chance that you have to do as much as you possibly can for that 0.001% chance that it will work.
Yes. And you need to be on both Instagram Reels and TikTok, because if we weren't on Reels, we wouldn't have a 1 million view video right now. It would be in the TikTok graveyard with 200 views where it is right now on TikTok, because it did, and I posted it twice on TikTok actually. I posted it again after it hit like its first 100K on Instagram Reels. So post it multiple platforms multiple times to really just squeeze all the juice out of it.
It's kind of similar to what we said like before about content itself. Like if you have one song on your discography, people are going to listen to that one song and they're going to leave. Like you need to have the like foundation of a few songs to start with in order to have people come back for more. It's the same with promotion. Like you can't just have one video and expect that to be it. Like you have to have the discography of videos.
Of course, the weekly update on my album. Yesterday I don't know what was going on. I was like, I'm cutting it down to 4 songs. I'm not.
Whoa.
I don't think. Now we're back to a 9 question mark. I finally wrote the opening song. I just need like 1 line for it now, and then it'll be like done written. So if you care
I'm really
about
good
that,
at writing one-liners. You should ask me.
yeah, I need like
example
3
A,
words.
second A.
Yeah, I need like 3 words for the song, so maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start posting more about that, like, on TikTok, and remixes and covers and stuff. I can do that, I think.
Interesting. Why did you almost cut it down to 4? I didn't know this.
What?
I didn't know. Like we haven't been talking a lot this week, so I didn't know you were considering bringing it down to 4.
Basically, I feel like the first 4 songs are just like a really concise story, but it leaves out like the second half. I just feel like the second half is weaker. Not like weak. I just don't have like a clear vision for it yet, which sucks because like it works right now. It says what I need to say, but I just feel like it's not like there yet. So I was like, the first 4 songs are like they say something that's like the story that I want to tell, but I feel like it needs the second half in order to be like the full story, and I don't want to release something incomplete.
My weekly adapt update. The final mix is almost done of the instrumental. We just got to cut and mix vocals. Hopefully we'll do that in the next week. Actually, we definitely have to do that in the next week because I'm leaving in a week. Yeah, so we're getting closer with that. Probably won't be a music video. I just don't think we have the time, and I don't have a good concept for it, or any concept for it. So I'll probably just do some cool TikTok promotion stuff. I think that's all we really need for this. It's not like it's like a new song. I mean, it is to like the 99% of people, but I don't think it's big music video time for this one yet.
I get it.
Maybe in the future, but at least for the time of release, no. Or who knows? Maybe we won't even do it this year. I don't know. I'd like to, but if we can.
Damn.
Well, I don't know, because there's no redo after this redo. So like,
Well, hey.
I want it to be as good as it can be. So if I think of a concept a week after it comes out, I'm gonna be pissed. But we'll probably just do the video for it, whenever anyway. But I don't know. We'll see. Point is, there is basically a final mix for the adapt redo. And it's basically a whole new song musically, so I think that's cool. And yeah, I've been also in a Christmas mood recently, so probably if this mood continues, I will probably start trying to produce a Christmas song for a certain band or something. I don't know.
All right, Double Nuts and Visionaries. We appreciate all of you always. This is the V from Double Vision, of course, because I'm a visionary. And
Are you?
thank you for watching, and we hope that some of this advice was useful if you are a content creator. And we hope to see you again next week when we talk about probably something music related. This has been Ryan Rain and Noah Strikes of Double Vision, the band. And we will see you on the next episode of
Double Time!